Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you these two alternative projects made with the Lovely Lavender Paper Pumpkin kit from January of 2024. This is a square box. It's going to be so easy to make. Yeah, you're not going to believe it. It's just so easy. And then this one is an easel drawer card. So here's the front of it with a little pull drawer that you can put your treats in. These are treat holders or gift holders, whatever you want to use it for. You can just close it up, and it's an easel card at the top. Then it folds flat, and then you can just hold it in place with the popped up sentiment label. So that's what we're going to be making today, both of these projects. So let's get started. I think I'll start with the square box, and I have used mostly the contents of the kit, the designer series paper at the top, the sentiment label, these two lavender pieces. The additional pieces that I used some, I'm going to use a different ribbon, but this was the this is Pretty Peacock ribbon, and then I'm using the gem dots are the purple fine shimmer gems that come in the Perennial Lavender Sweet collection. And then the sentiment is from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I thought it would be appropriate to make treat boxes because it says just a little something for you, and I thought that makes perfect sense to have it be a treat holder. So let's get started, and I need to get my instructions, which is in, where did I put my, so this is how it goes. Oh, I got the instructions right here in front of me. I thought it's already going to start off on a bad footing. So let me set this aside, and what you're going to need is a piece of cardstock measuring 7 by 7. So this is a piece of Berry Burst, because I thought it would go well with the designer series paper. But you can use, so this is the paper that I used for this box, but I've used it all up. So I'm going to be using this paper. Now it goes very well with the Berry Burst, but you can also use the Gorgeous Grape. Isn't that pretty? I just thought it would be, I'm just going to keep with the Berry Burst just for something a little bit different. So like I said, what we're going to do is pull the arm out on this, and we're going to measure it at 7 by 7, because this is just going to be a square box. 7 by 7. And then we're going to score it. I'll close this on. Score it at 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. Okay, now I'm just going to set this aside for the moment. And I'm going to take the other piece that we cut, and this is going to be for the lid, and this is going to be cut at 4 7/8. Oh, you know what? I need another piece. All right, you know what? Let's see. I am going to grab another piece of cardstock. I didn't mean to make you wait. I didn't plan ahead. This is going to be 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And this is going to be scored at 5/8 of an inch. And I'm going to do it over on this side because it's easier. It gives me more room on this side to hold it down. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And that's it for now. And now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. So what you're going to do, so you can see the, you know what, let me fold it because maybe the score lines will show up a little bit better. Okay, so yes, the score lines show up a little bit better. So what we're going to do is snip up to the score line, right? And then you're going to just take a little bit of a wedge, just miter it a little bit. It makes a difference when you miter it. When you go to fold the box, pieces aren't going to be sticking up. You want to just remove a little of the bulk. It does make a difference. So we're going to turn it, so we've done it on this side. You're going to turn it to the opposite side and do the same thing. I'm going to just snip off a little bit more. You don't have to be too fussy about it. Doesn't have to be perfection. Okay. Last one. Okay. Let me get rid of the scraps. And now what you want to do is just, oops, oh, I got one piece that I missed. This is where you would just put it together. So we're going to turn it over to the opposite side and you'll put glue here and glue here. And then what we'll do is you'll fold these pieces in. All right, this is how it's gonna come together. They'll go in on the inside and then then the sides come up and hold together. So we're going to just, like I said, put glue on just the 4 flaps. Okay. And now you just need to fold it in and fold it in. Fold up the sides. Just hold it in place a little bit while it gets set. Now we can do the same thing on the other side. Just hold it in place. Now, you can probably see on the inside, hope that you can see the angle of the cut where we cut out that little teeny amount of wedge. Now, if we hadn't done that, it's possible that those pieces where we cut off, would have been up over the top. You would be able to see those the pieces of flaps. So by just mitering those corners, it keeps it below the rim of the box. So now this is the lid, and now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to snip up to the score line and miter the corners. Opposite side, same thing. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect in terms of how much you cut out for the wedge. All right. Get my bone folder. And just go all around the edges and just burnish it with your bone folder. Now we're going to do the exact same thing we did with the box. We're going to put some adhesive on the outside corners, here, here, and these two. And it goes on the inside. Just hold it in place for a couple of seconds until the glue starts to set. Okay, now give the lid a little test. Make sure it fits on top of your box, which this one does. Fits on there nicely. So now we can move on to decorating. So we have the piece of designer series paper for the lid that measures 3 5/8. Let me just double check the measurement. Okay, 3 5/8 exactly. Okay, so that's a 3 5/8 inch square. And now I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back. And that should fit across the whole top of the box. The lid, I should say. Okay, now I'm going to stamp. Get my stamp set this is from the kit. And I'm going to stamp just a little something for you. And here's my Berry Burst ink. just do it right at the top. Lovely. Okay, and I just need to get a cleaning cloth, clean my stamp off. Okay, set that aside. I'm going to need it for my other project, but not right now. Okay, we'll set that aside. Now we want to cut a piece of, this is Lost Lagoon ribbon. And I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal Plus on the back, because I'm just going to put a length of this ribbon across. Maybe I think I got a little bit of ink there, so maybe I'll do it across, right across where the ink stain is. And that way it covers it right up. Okay, I just want to put it around the back. And I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus because it's the best adhesive for ribbon. Okay, let me bring it around the front again because I just want to make sure I'm getting it straight across. Yep. Okay. There we have that. Well, now we can, I want to put a couple of these pieces on. Or actually what I might do before I get to that, I have some strips. Let me just measure. All right. This might be too, might not be, let's see. I just want it to be like a 1/2 inch. And I have it in a little bit more than a 1/2 inch. So I'm just gonna cut these down to a 1/2 inch each. And here's my 4th piece. And now we can put them around the edge of the box. Around the edge of the lid. And I think that's going to give it, that way you'll be able to see, what the pretty paper is on this, along the outside lip of the box. It's just going to look kind of pretty. And just one more. There. You may need to hold it down a little bit. So when the box, so that way you have coordinating paper along the side. Very nice. So what we can do now, and as we decorate, oh, you know what I need to do too is just to take some additional ribbon and tie a little knot on the side. So rather than tying a bow, I decided I would just do a knot, and this is an easy way to do it. Just tie the ribbon around, adhere it on the back, slide another piece, and just tie it in a little knot. You know what, I may trim that a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Now we can get on to some decorating. Now I have a piece of, I didn't do this on this original box, but I was thinking it might look kind of nice if I maybe go like that. Put a little adhesive. I don't know if I should put it underneath. Put it kind of at the bottom. I don't know. Maybe on top. And then I have these two pieces. Let me get my other scissors. And I'm just going to cut away the bottom piece. And I'm going to cut them away from each other. Actually, let's see. And I'm going to put some adhesive right here, and I'm going to attach them. And I'm going to attach it at the right behind this bottom flower. So you can't tell that the shorter one doesn't have a stem on it. Now let's see, how would it look if I do that behind the greenery? Kind of nice, I kind of like that. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the leaves. Okay. looks nice. And then for the flowers, I'm going to pop them up on some mini dimensionals. Give it a little bit of a 3D look. Okay, let's take the backing off. And we're almost done with it. Sticky, sticky. I think that's it. And then we can just put it over in this direction. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to put dimensionals at the top of this because they're not sticking over. I can just peel them off. Okay. And then I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back. And tack it down. And then I want to put a few gem dots on it. So these are Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Berry Burst. So let's take some Berry Burst. I'm going to just put them kind of randomly around. There we go. And it's done. So here they are. I actually think I like with the greenery behind it. It adds a little something. And this is the Lost Lagoon ribbon versus the Pretty Peacock. So you can decide which one you like better and do that one for yourself. And you can put whatever gift or treat you want to put in it. What for the person, for the recipient, you can give it to them for Valentine's Day. I think it'd be so fun. All right, we'll set those aside and we'll start working on our easel box card, our easel drawer card, which is right here, the easel drawer card. And we're going to start with a piece of I may need to get another piece of Gorgeous Grape. We'll see. And this is going to be cut at 8.5 by 3. Now this is already 8.5, so we're just going to turn it and cut it at 3 inches. And we're going to score it at, I need to keep the arm out because of the way we're scoring it. We're going to score it at 1 inch. Oops, let me pull my cutting blade away and make sure I'm at the 1 inch mark. So score it at 1 inch, 4 inches, and this is the box, the basic box. You're going to cut it at 5, so that's 1, 4, 5, and then again at 8 inches. And then for the easel top, and that's this piece right here. Let me see if I can get this piece right here, this framework, the easel top right here. We're going to cut that at 6 inches by 3. Let me just pull the arm down. 6 inches, and let's see, let me go this way. 6 inches by 3. And 6 inches by 3, and that should be scored at, oh, I didn't, let's see, I need to score it at 3 inches and 4.5. Forgot to write down the scoring part. 3 inches and 4.5. And now I need to cut the easel front. Let me see. Oh, no. The easel front is going to be 3 inches by 3 inches. Okay, I'll put that aside. And the easel front is the piece that goes right here. This is the easel front. And then we're going to put a piece of Designer Series paper on that. So this easel front gets mounted onto the easel framework. And I'll show you how that all comes together. So there's no scoring on the easel front. Let's see. So we need to just do a little bit of burnishing. This is the box. Super easy for the box to come together because you're just going to put some adhesive right here. And then you can just, once you do that, just fold it over, lay the other side down, give it a press, and you have the framework for the box. Now, for the easel, again, I'm going to just burnish it along the score lines. Okay. Now, you'll have, as you can see, one larger area and 2 small ones. So this is where it becomes the easel. So as you fold it, it looks like that. And the way you're going to attach it, you take your little box, doesn't matter which side, as long as the opening is either, so you want to take it so that the opening is facing you. And you want to take this long piece and you want to tack it down this way so that these are in the back. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. All right, again, the long piece, so hold it so that the opening is facing you and have these 2 pieces facing away from you, and you're going to tack down this long piece right in the front, just along the front edge to the back. Now you can press it down so that it's flat, and that way you can give it a nice press. pops back up. And now you have your easel frame. Now you have your easel front, and the easel front gets attached to this front piece. And all you want to do is put adhesive that, not on the back of your card. You want to do it right onto this piece right here, because you only want to glue down half of the easel front, not the whole thing. So now you take this, and again, you can flatten it out, right? Flatten the whole thing out, and then just line up your paper with the front edge. And press it down. And then you have your easel front. So you see how it looks now. So this half is glued down, but then the other side of it is not glued down. Now we want to get a sentiment label that is, or actually what we can do is, I have a piece of designer series paper to go on the front, and that is measuring 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Let's go ahead and glue that down. I'm again flattening it down because it just helps me to press it all in place. And then it just pops back up again. Now, we can stamp our sentiment, which is again going to be just a little something for you. And I'm going to do it in gorgeous grape ink. There we go. I clean my stamp pad. And then once we do this, we're going to do the drawer. And let's see, I need dimensionals because we want this to be popped up. So that it'll hold our easel open. So you just place it kind of near the front. And then, oops, and then that will hold your easel open. And then if you want to just lay it down flat, you can, but it holds the easel open. Actually, it looks a little wonky. Let me see if I can lift it. Let me just set it down a little bit straighter. There we go. Now that's a little straighter. Now I want to I'm going to put a gorgeous grape gem dot right there. Perfect. And then for the top, I want to use my sponge daubers to sponge some ink onto this. This is a butterfly from the perennial lavender sweet collection. These are all, you get a package of 40 die cut butterflies of different sizes. Really nice. Okay, oops. And I'm going to I'm going to put the dark color in the middle and then work my way out. Now you can do the dark on the outside and work your way in, but I'm choosing to do the darkest part of the color on the inside, the center of the butterfly, and do the wings a little bit lighter. And that's about it. Oh, maybe a little darker. And I'm going to just pinch it a little bit. I'm only going to put adhesive down the center on the back. I don't want to tack down the wings. Because I want the wings to be up, like they're fluttering. And I'm going to take some of the, let's see, I'm going to take the Highland Heather gem dots and put them in the center. Oop. I'm just going to do 2. Just like that. You can see them. And now I have, you know, the wings kind of up and fluttering. Let me move some of this out of the way. And now we can do the box, or the drawer, I should say. And the drawer is going to be 2.5, oh no, that's the, let's see, what did I have the drawer at? Oh, I didn't write down the drawer dimensions, did I? Or did I? Easel top, easel front. So the box, the drawer measurements are 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then we're going to score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And we're going to do some snipping, just as we did with the previous box. So you're going to snip up to the score line, and then you're going to miter it. Just exactly as we did for the other box. I'm gonna just fold it and give it a burnish. And we're going to turn it over and put some glue on the four corners. Again, just the way we did with the previous box. My glue is getting all stuck. And we'll just fold it in and hold it in place just a little bit until the glue sets. Maybe we'll do it a little bit longer. And again, when you miter the edges, it just means that you're not going to have any pieces that are going to be, you know, up over the edge of the box. So that's the box, the drawer, and it should fit in right inside, which it does. It just slides right in. Okay. So what we're going to do now, though, is, let me see, I have, this piece is, this is going to be the drawer pull, and I want to make sure I've got the, let's see, the drawer pull should be 2.5 by 1/2 inch. Let me just make sure that I've measured it correctly. That's 3 inches. Let's see, which one is this? 2.5. This I think I threw in there for an extra in case. So this is 2.5 inches by 1/2 inch. So that's what you need for the drawer pull. Just get a piece of designer series paper, 2.5 inches by 1/2. Then take your bone folder and give it a curl from the back side. Right? So you want to have a nice curl to it. But then you want to take from the front side, the very edges, you want to turn them back, because that's what's going to be adhered to the box. And then you just take the sides like that, and then you will be adhering those two pieces so that it sticks up. See? Okay. And that's what we'll do now. And we're going to hold it in, hold the drawer pull in place with more than just glue, because if you were to pull on it with just glue, the handle will fall off. So what we're going to do is put some brads through it. And I need, you can use your take your pick tool, which I have, but I also have this former Stampin' Up piercing tool. And what I'm going to do is just pierce a hole on either side, and then I'm going to put a brad through it. So I'm just going to just pierce it all the way through. There we go. And then these are our round and square brads. They're black and white, and there's some smaller ones and larger ones. So I'm using a larger white brad. Just poke it through the hole and just spread the prongs. Do the same thing on the other side. And we're just going to spread the prongs. And I have the prongs kind of left to right. I don't want them going up and down. Now, this is why I had the other piece. Let me see, I need to cut it down a little bit, because I want to put it on the inside. I need it to be 2 3/4, and it's 3 inches. So let me just cut it down to 2 3/4. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tape runner on the back. And what I want to do is, I don't really want to see those brads, so I'm going to just put a piece of designer series paper across the back. And it kind of covers it up a little bit, makes it look a little prettier. That's all I'm doing with that piece. But now, when you pull on the drawer handle, the drawer pull, it's not going to pull out. So here's your easel drawer card. So now you can pull on that. I still wouldn't pull it too hard. And then you can put your treats in there, or your gift in there. Close it back up. You can lay your easel down or pop it up. Easy, right? So easy. Well, I'm glad that you could join me today and at these 2 alternative paper pumpkin kit projects. If you don't subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, it's something most definitely worth considering. There are so many projects that you can do besides the projects that are on the flyer in the kit itself. So many different things that you can do and be very creative. So it is most definitely something to consider subscribing. So I appreciate that you were able to join me today, and I look forward to having you back again soon. Thanks, and bye-bye for now.